We are double dipping with Chris Sims of NBC fame. Week one will be amazing. Before we get into the slate and what it looks like, and maybe some questions that I want answered. I mean, you just mentioned Bills, Ravens, Lamar, Josh Allen. You cannot get better. It is like absolute cinema unfolding for the entire nation. Which direction are you leaning in with the Bills? What are you looking at as you see what this game's all about?
Well, I look at the Ravens and the Ravens are going to be motivated by the game they lost last year in Buffalo. They dominated that football game and lost the game, right? And didn't play their best football in a big moment. That's the big thing. I know I took a lot of heat for coming on here and going, hey, Lamar Jackson's got to throw a better football with the 2-point conversion. All right, I'm still stand by that. That's just no. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks we've ever seen ever. Now, both can be true, and this is where I hate social media. Yeah, I know Mark Andrews should have caught the ball, but the $55 million best quarterback in football right now should have thrown a better football too, right? So they messed up opportunities. If you go back and watch that game, Baltimore never got stopped. They just stopped themselves, right? Lamar threw a bad interception. He had the bad fumble. Isaiah Likely fumbled in the middle of the field wide open. They did whatever they wanted. I think they are clearly a better team than the Buffalo Bills. Plus, they're going to be pissed off and motivated about what happened last year and all of that. But to me, one of the themes of the year is Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen are two of the greatest quarterbacks you're going to ever see. They're Hall of Famers. They're first ballot Hall of Famers, but They don't have that Super Bowl hardware to go along with it to make all the public kind of realize it. But yeah, they're that kind of type of players, and can they get to the Super Bowl this year is certainly one of the big themes to me.
Everybody's picking the Bills. Everybody's picking the Ravens as their Super Bowl champion. You said that Lamar could have made a better throw on one play, right, on that 2-point conversion, but you did put him as your number one quarterback, right? You ranked him as the best quarterback. I love that. Does that mean he's your MVP pick as we take a look here at the odds?
You know what? He is. And I'm giving you the answers to the goods here before I even release it on my own on my own podcast, okay? But I like you so much that, I'm going to take Lamar Jackson for the MVP. And listen, these four quarterbacks right now, Lamar, Josh Allen, Burrow, Mahomes, it's as good a four quarterbacks at the top of the league as you're ever going to find in the history of the sport. That's how awesome they are. They are. I mean, this is, I almost, look at this and just go, wow, it's these four. They're a step above everybody, right? They're unbelievable talents. They can carry their team. They can run an offense. They can be surgical. They can do it all. I expect Lamar with that team, right? The Ravens and the Eagles, I kind of look at those two teams and go, man, it's hard to find many holes on that roster. They, to me, are the two best rosters in the sport. And, I'm expecting them to match up in the Super Bowl. That's what I'm expecting. And, I'm picking Lamar Jackson to win the MVP.
I am so freaking excited for this season. I don't know if it's that I feel like I'm more excited than seasons past. I don't know why. The storylines are so amazing. The coaches are fascinating. I love this rookie class. We had just had a blockbuster trade to lead us in. There's this whole dynamic of the Chiefs and is their reign over? Yes. What is the AFC West? That's sort of the storyline that I'm most interested in. It's such a question that I want answered. As you look, not just here at the week one slate, which I think we have and we can pop up, but just for the season, Chris, what question are you most excited to get answered?
Well, I think that Steelers offense, what do they look like? Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, right? Such a big year. That's one where I certainly am like, Aaron Rodgers showed some ability to hang in the pocket and be aggressive down the field late in the year. And I want to see if that continues into this year with Pittsburgh, because that's kind of in his kryptonite. The last year in Green Bay, in New York early last year, he doesn't stand in the pocket and he's not as aggressive, and he still can make big time throws with his arms. So that's a big one. The Lions and their new coordinators, right? I think that's another one I look at off of the Jets and Aaron Rodgers. We're all going to be tuned into that. But the Lions losing Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn to the head coach of the New York Jets, that is a big deal. And Ben Johnson, for my money, is really the hottest offensive play caller in the sport the last 2 or 3 years. So you can't take that lightly.